Hello and welcome to the DotA cast. That's right. I am your host, the vocal terrorist Jesse Rain, and I am taking time out of my busy schedule to, instead of the community Starcraft 2 cast, to do a DotA cast. This was sent to me by Rocket Pants, here playing Juggernaut. Also with Chaos, they're actually both on Team TWSS, as is Maggie up here, top lane sniper, and Talos III is going to be taking the Lich down mid. We also have Deku, another member of the Sarcasm Gaming community, taking up the Tiny. They're going up against a Spirit Breaker, a Riki, Venomancer, Drow, and a Bounty Hunter. So, interesting stuff. First thing I'm going to have to tell you guys, I do not know much about Dota. This is my first ever time commentating on a Dota 2 game. Ever. I play it a bit. I like to play with the TWSS guys. The TWSS guys is my team. It's a team set up by Rocket, and I was graciously invited to it. It's me, Maggie, Chaos, Nortec, and Rocket. And we like to play and we like to try and get better. So let's look at the way things are built. I mean, people pretty much going with the recommended items. You know, you got the Slippers of Agility going down here. The 20 with the 3 iron branches so he can build up. Tal, yep, going with the Lich. People generally staying recommended item-wise. Rocket going a bit overextended there. Actually losing half of Juggernaut's health. Gonna have to drop a Tango. So what are we looking here? Yeah, we're pretty much looking, again, recommended builds out of everyone. Trying to keep an eye on things. Again, I have never observed a game. I honestly don't know how this goes down. We have an observer ward up as well. I believe that's the Venomancer. Just making sure no one is going to pop down from that waterway and take him out. We don't have any more wards going down. This lane being slightly pushed by the dire side. And this lane, of course, staying about where it is. Neither particularly pushing too hard. So I imagine a lot of you watching this are also new to Dota 2. And so one of the things you want to do is not be attacking your opponents. These units here are called creeps. You don't want to be attacking these guys. You just want to be the last person to get a hit on them. You want to be the one that actually deals the damage that kills them. Then you get gold, which you can open up the shop with and buy all these lovely items. So right now Venomancer is dropping down. He's going to have to pop a Tango. The Drow staying relatively out of it. Bounty Hunter, of course, melee range is going to start to take a little bit of damage. Chaos is building out what? Fatal Bonds and Shadow World. I've never played Warlock. No idea how he works. Juggernaut does that stupid spin attack, putting up one in the crit damage passive. That can be handy early game. Lich, again, another character I'm not familiar with, going a point in Frost Blast and a point in Sacrifice. Okay, and where are we looking here? Tiny taking points in Avalanche and Toss. Toss a really good one, but you've got to be careful in this early game. That Spirit Breaker wants to run forward. The Riki is capable of doing damage with that blink in from behind. Of course, he is doing extra damage from behind at this point, but running into tower range means they are going to have to go back. Deku's got 3 tangos up, and he's got 2 charges in the magic stick as well. So he's not going to be going down just yet. Tal's starting to take some damage, but plenty of healing here, plenty of consumables, and boots of speed on the way, going to help him get away. Rocket building up to the poor man's shield. Is that sorry, the stout shield, which I believe will build up into that, but we will have to wait and see. Venomancer just taking points in each so far. I mean, the Plague Ward is handy. Now, obviously, it means you don't have to then spend money on wards. Yeah, this all seems pretty normal. You want to get that Charge of Darkness up early. That's such a handy ability. You can literally charge anywhere on the map so long as you can see it. At least I think it's so long as you can see it. Yeah, you targeted unit. So yeah, so long as you can see the unit, you can charge to them. So if Chaos and Rocket started being in trouble here, could theoretically target this Bounty Hunter and come down. Of course, the Bounty Hunter with the Shadow Walk Invis is a huge pain. When he goes invis like this, they cannot see him without a Sentry Ward or a Dust or a Gem of True Sight. They know he's around here, and that's why they're keeping watch, but they've got to be careful. And Deku already with the first blood, taking down Riki. I could do with something that tells me when this kind of stuff is happening. I guess I don't really know how to see it yet. But there we go. I don't always know where I should be looking. So, first blood going to the dire side. Careful though, careful Chaos. The push now coming in on this tower, but it's not going to be able to do anything. Spirit Breaker by himself, not going to be able to push this down with these two heroes here. Sniper's got the range. He might be able to charge in on Deku, but it's going to be a difficult thing. Lich now pretty much in control of this mid lane. The Venomancer down to just one healing salve and an Observer Ward. So, Spirit Breaker now just checking jungle. Thought perhaps we might see an actual bit of jungling from him. Okay, no, he's going for the charge. Let's follow him. Where's he going? Is he going for Lich? Looks like it's going to be Lich. So, how does Tal respond to this? Tal starts to get away, but he is going to be hit by the stun. Venomancer coming in now. Venomancer giving up the support. Oh, but Spirit Breaker taking a lot of damage there. And Lich will make it there. Oh, Spirit Breaker on 84 health points. Tal saves the day. The Venomancer nearly falls, and now he really has control of this mid lane. Great stuff there by Talus the third. Goes into tower race to try and get a kill. Tries to dive, but Lich just does not have the health where you can really start to take tower hits. Deku, Maggie up here. Now in control of this top lane. Riki's pushed back. Literally leading the way in terms of last hits and denies. Then we've got two of the Radiant side players, but then it's pretty much the Dire side players. The only person really missing out is Chaos, and that's not too big deal. 5-1 is not so bad. 5-0 is pretty bad for a Bounty Hunter, though. Bounty Hunter is a guy that does get better with money once you put some cash into the guy. And with that Shadow Walk, he should be getting up some kind of either ganking ability, getting some last hits, or even getting into jungle. I've not really experimented much with Bounty Hunter. I don't know how well he jungles in the early game. He doesn't look like he's built for it. He's only got the Stout Shield and Boots of Speed at the moment. He's going to need something health regen wise, maybe a Ring of Regen. So how's Tal doing in the mid lane? Well, Venomancer still pulled out. He's not gone back for mana. He wants to try and keep this tower up. So instead, using the courier to bring him a healing salve. Sorry, not mana, health. Dear God in heaven, I am sometimes confused. This Drow is really low on life though. She's going to have to be careful. But the Bounty Hunter did pick off Chaos, so Warlock, the first person on the Dire side to fall. It's not going to be a big loss. Warlock is one of the supportiest of supports. He's definitely the biggest support in this game. So his gold isn't going to matter so much. It's more annoying that they gave, obviously, Bounty Hunter that extra gold because he really needs it. He's up at 570 gold now. Could well be heading into something. I mean, Ring of Regen is 875. Here comes Courier now, bringing out, I believe, Maggie, the perhaps the magic wand, finally getting out to Maggie. Or unless it was coming to Deku, possibly a Sage's Mask for Deku, although I believe that is actually purchasable from here, so no. So, Chaos now on his way. He's got a point in Upheaval, 2 points now in Shadow World. Able to heal up Juggernaut, and that's really the role he's going to take here. He's going to help Rocket be a bit more tanky. Deku and Maggie now going to push onto this tower. They want to do some damage here. Tal is really owning up this lane. Look, here comes Ring of Regen. Here comes Ring of Protection, along with the Circlet, Gauntlets of Strength. Lich is getting really, really nice in this mid. Look at this, 24 last hits. Tal really, absolutely knocking it out the park at this point. Drow with 13 last hits is being pushed back from this lane way too often. So she's up at level 5. Where do we find levels? Hero levels. Yeah, look at this. Tal already at level 8, as you should be in the mid. Venomancer though, stuck on level 5. Rocket trying to do the damage. Chaos is going to have to drop that Shadow Walk, which Shadow World, which he does rather. Bounty Hunter does go down. Very nice there from Chaos, making up for his earlier death. Lich just checking this bottom. Finally, Tranquil Boots are up. And he is going to be feeling good. So now it looks like Lich wants to head to the top. Maybe try and gank this Riki. You want to take him down. Riki nearly at level 6. Is going to start to be a bit of a problem. Once he gets that invis up, you're going to need Sentry Wards, you're going to need Dust. So they really want to shut him down. And here comes Lich. Lich coming in now. Firing the move. Deku helping trap him down. Tal finishes him off. And now a fortification comes out from the Radiant side. Tiny gets stunned, but oh, he comes down from Sniper. Bounty Hunter ports to the top. Or at least runs the top. So Bounty Hunter now with that Shadow Walk. He wants to take down that Tiny. Perhaps focusing down on Maggie. We'll have to wait and see. Tal's there now, so it's going to be tough for him to become visible. Now he wants Tiny. Tiny's in tower range. He can take him down, but no, he's forced to invis. And there we go. Last hit goes to Bounty Hunter. Bounty Hunter does take some damage to Lich, but he's going to have to escape from the Spirit Breaker. Nice ulti again from Sniper. Tries to take that Bounty Hunter down. How are we doing on bot lane? Bot lane's now being pushed out. Of course, this middle lane is being attacked. Venomancer not helping this top lane. He knows it's safe with Bounty Hunter there. So, he's just going to push this mid, force Lich to come back in. There we go. And now Sniper's the one being focused down. Spirit Breaker, Bounty Hunter and Riki all combining to take down Sniper for that 254 gold. Nicely done from the Radiant side. So we're at 3 kills apiece, 10 minutes in. And sorry, let's look at the, is it current gold? No. Don't know what the game stat is. Sorry guys. Oh, Drow Ranger nearly goes down. Rocket, in fact, finishing that up with Juggernaut. Really nice. But, of course, this top tower's going down now. Guys, I'm sorry I don't know the hotkeys. I'm sorry this is somewhat of a disjointed commentary. If this becomes a regular thing, then I will start to really look into it. And learning all the hero ability names and all that kind of thing. As it is, this is just a bit of fun. Rocket sent me this because, like she said, it was epic, apparently. So this Riki nearly goes down to that Sniper ulti. Assassinate. Where are we pushing now? Lich is coming back top to help push it down. Bounty Hunter's in the jungle. He's not hit Shadow Walk yet, but of course, if he's worried he will be about to be attacked, he will do. Do we have anyone with Sentry Wards yet? No one picking up Sentry Wards yet, even though there's a BH and a Riki on the opponent's side. This tower now being pushed down. Rocket has been targeted, it would seem.
Radiant's top tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower has fallen.
Oh, nice. Top tower goes down to Lich. Here's Spirit Breaker now, but he doesn't want to go in by himself. He's going to wait for the support of the Drow Ranger here. And now Juggernaut's going to go down. Shadow World comes down. And that, I believe, is Blade Fury. But Rocket has been silenced. Wants to push down that Drow, but with the Spirit Breaker there, just too much damage coming out. Will Rocket make it to safety? Meanwhile, top lane is being pushed heavily by a combination of Lich and Tiny. Bounty Hunter going to follow them all the way back. Bounty Hunter really wants that Lich kill. Rocket and Chaos managed to stay alive. I don't believe they did not manage to get a kill down here, but they did damage that Shadow Spirit Breaker. Drow dropping right down to less than 100 health. So now this lane's being pushed up. Venomancer's come to save them. Bounty Hunter's here. Riki's here. Trying to push down Tiny, but he's back in tower range, and because of that, Riki's invis will not help him. This invis, by the way, guys, is permanent. He is 100% invisible 100% of the time until he attacks. So it looks like they did get a Maggie kill, which I managed to miss. Sorry, guys. Tiny now coming in, trying to do some damage, but Tiny's on his own up against 3 heroes. And with no dust and no gem of sight, he's got a hope Maggie's going to help out. Now he's got to be careful here. Maggie's trying to do the damage, but Tiny will fall. Spirit Breaker charges in. Tal's here now. Throwing the damage dealing, the burst coming down from Tal. He should be able to take this Veno. He wants the Bounty Hunter though. That's the big kill for him. Veno goes down. Maggie unfortunately will fall to the Riki. But now Lich should be able to take them down. Lich still with no vision up though, which is a real big problem for him. Oh, and Tal goes down. Tal owned by Riki, but he does get the Bounty Hunter kill, which is what he was after. So real close in this early laning phase. This tier 1 tower is going to fall. There's no fortification left. So that is gone. Nicely pushed down by Rocket. Still perfectly safe. This mid is still fairly even now. And because of the Bounty Hunter kill, they're not really able to push any of their lanes. Rocket and Chaos still very much in control of the bottom lane. So despite the extra kill going the way of the Radiant side, early game looking very nice indeed. I wonder if actually it's... Does this have a hotkey? Nope, not items, not golden XP. Difference in XP earned. See this? It was very heavy towards the dire, but a few kills are starting to pull it back towards even. And if we compare the gold though, Gold hugely going towards the Dire. Look at me learning how to do stuff. So, bringing up kills, deaths and assists now. It's going to be more important as we head really out of the laning phase and start to get people trying to set up ganks, trying to set up team fights. And that's the interesting thing about these teams. I feel like the Dire side has more team fight potential. Nice combining of the ultis there to try and take them down. Riki on very low health, less than half health remaining. We've got Lich and Tiny heading down. Bounty Hunter is just running about. So I really feel like so long as they have vision, they'll be fine. Okay, Tal gets stunned. The charge comes in. Blade Fury comes in from Rocket, trying to do the damage. Tal will go down though. Lich is dead. Riki goes down, and now Venomancer follows. Rocket is picked up and dropped. But the fact is, there is only Bounty Hunter left in this lane, so this tier 1 tower is going to fall. Does have a fortification left, they will use that. The Bounty Hunter's going to try the attack and then Shadow walk away. But with this ulti up, with the Warlock Golem coming out of Chaos, this tier 1 tower will fall. And that is all tier 1's gone in the early game, which is going to help their gold advantage. Couple of kills. Losing Lich is a pain. Lich is one of their strongest heroes. Lich is really, really good. Of course, late in the game, Tiny will be a force all by himself in lane pushing. Maggie needs to be careful with his sniper. Bounty Hunter's following. Still no Gem of True Sight. Still no Dust. Something I would really like to see these players starting to pick up now.
Bottom tower is under attack.
So, Tal going to come down here, save this bottom tower from Drow Ranger. Need to learn what that attack is. Frost Blast, there we go. Frost Blast coming in, taking down that Drow Ranger. Maggie still being followed by Bounty Hunter, but there's too many of them here. And obviously he cannot go into tower range. He's going to have to be careful. Maggie though, left by herself. So the Bounty Hunter doing the damage now, but there's no support there for Bounty Hunter. Riki's coming in as well, but that's not necessarily going to help. This Bounty Hunter is going to keep following them as they push down this bottom lane. So what do we have elsewhere? We have a Spirit Breaker level 8. So he does have a point up in Nether Strike. Okay, here we go. With the Riki coming in as well. Sniper will go down to Bounty Hunter, but then Bounty Hunter will fall to the throw from Deku. And now Riki is not going to be able to do anything. He is actually invisible, guys. Occasionally I have this glitch on my PC where they don't show his invis, even though he totally is. That happens to me sometimes when I play Riki. So this bottom tower is taking the damage. Tal's going to slowly start to take some hits. With Riki here as well, they're going to be careful. Venomancer and Drow coming in, and they will do very, very strong damage. Both of these really, really good heroes to take it down. But Blade Fury comes out from Rocket. Chaos is thrown forward to support. Shadow Ward obviously having gone down just before. Rocket needs to be careful here. Lich is going to dive. Oh, could have taken that Drow, but there's too much damage potential here. And there's no heals coming out. Ah, is Tal going to fall? Tal will... survives the last second. And Deku kills Riki. The only problem is the Dire Courier does go down during that engagement. This Venomancer will fall though. They can simply just follow him in. No mana for a throw just yet. But once that comes up, there we go. Throw goes down. Bounty Hunter now invis. But the damage coming out. Really, really good stuff from the Dire side here. Up 14 kills to 10 now. That Juggernaut with 4 kills and no deaths at this point. Bounty Hunter though still doing the damage. Getting that Lich down and getting away. Oh no, Gem of True Sight now up. Actually, sorry for Bounty Hunter. Wrong hero clicked. So he picked up the Gem of True Sight so that they couldn't. This top tower will fall to Spirit Breaker. But meanwhile, this tier 2 is being heavily pressured. There is no fortification, there's no creep here, there's only a Drow. Bounty Hunter's coming back in, he cannot save this tower. It looks like we have a charge coming in, Spirit Breaker coming down, Veno TP's in. Rocket is going to fall here, wants to take down that tower, tries to Blade Fury away, but Spirit Breaker does take down Rocket, ending the dominating streak and getting an extra 399 gold, but the tier 2 tower does fall. So we're now at 15 to 12. This Bounty Hunter, though, still dropping the damage. Maggie goes down to Venomancer. But that's 5, 3, and 7 now for the Bounty Hunter. Veno, will he fall? Yep, Veno falls. Veno actually falls to Creep, but Sniper and Deku getting the gold for that. This tier 1 tower is pretty solid, but they've taken a tier 2 already. Tiny's starting to get up. 2 levels now in his grow. Be nice to see him get a 3rd one. And he just gets massive. Aghanim Scepter is being built. He's going to want to go and pick that up, his Deku. Because once he gets the Aghanim Scepter up, he gets a nice big tree, starts doing a cleave damage. So all our Dire side are going to regroup here. This lane is slightly pushed from where Spirit Breaker was there before, as is this lane, and of course this lane is really pushed for the tier 2 because of the takedown of the tier 2 rather. So now it looks like we're going to have 3 go up top, Maggie, Rocket and Tau. I assume Chaos will be picking up a TP and John. No, he's going to run down. Deku can actually go by himself. Deku, once he finishes this Aghanim Scepter, and he's only about 1,200 gold away from it, will literally be able to just push down creep waves by himself. So he's just going to want to go and finish that off. It wouldn't surprise me to actually see him come in the jungle and do that. But he wants to try and protect this tier 1 tower. It is being pushed. We do have Spirit Breaker here doing the damage. But the entire Dire side is coming down to help out Tiny. Bounty Hunter with a pointless illusion because he wants to be invisible, so he has to leave his illusion behind. You do not want to let your opponents know where you are. Still, no gem, no dust for these guys, which is going to prove to be a problem. No one so far even with it bought in this stash. Because just a couple of Sentry Wards even. Spam them down near the opponent's towers just so you can see Bounty Hunter coming in. Bounty Hunter just leaving the illusions here. Bounty Hunter still following them down. They're going to try and push this tier 2 down the Dire side. Venomaster's around though, and Spirit Breaker comes in with the charge. Bounty Hunter doing the damage, trying to take down that sniper. Riki's going to follow in on this, and this is a nice team fight here by the Radiant side. Tiny will fall if he's not careful. He needs to get out of there. No, absolutely no way he can withstand that damage. Riki gets the kill. And Rocket now trying to be taken down. And with Riki there to help, I think this Drow should be safe. Lich though with a Frost Blast trying to come in and slow him down. If they can get that Drow, that would be a nice kill for them. But this Juggernaut will fall. Tau trying to dive in on the Drow. Not going to happen. So instead... Oh, so close. Rocket stays up. Riki goes down. Tau with the save. Juggernaut moves ahead in terms of kills with 6 kills now to 1 death. Really nice stuff. This is being pushed down. They can actually dive on that Veno. There's no one else around. So Tal will do just that. He wants to right click him down. There we go. We've got the charge though, and Tal is in no man's land as my camera goes crazy. Of course, there's only the Spirit Breaker and the Drow, but the rest of Tal seems too far away. So Tal will fall here because he cannot move into that tower range. See him already taking 2 hits. Battle Fury purchased up for the Juggernaut. 53 health. Will he actually get away? This charge will eventually finish, so long as he can keep him in sight. No, the Nether Strike just out of range here. Is he actually going to make it back to his team? And now Spirit Breaker's the one in trouble. Wants to go down on him. Will he get him? No, lifted up, stunned. Tal does finally fall, but at the cost perhaps of Spirit Breaker. We have an ulti. Okay, doesn't matter. Goes down anyway. Sniper with the kill. So we have Bounty Hunter still here. Do we please tell me someone is able to see these? This Bounty Hunter? No, still no vision out. Do not know where this is going. Perhaps it's going to push a bottom lane by itself. Nonetheless, Venomancer here could fall again. Yeah, he will go down instantly. Drow's going to try and come in, but there's a lot of tank here. It's going to take a long time for Drow to be able to take him down. But with Bounty Hunter and the Riki, they're going to start to do the damage. Tiny will eventually fall if he's not careful. I don't think there's any way out for him yet. Tiny falls. Deku goes down. Maggie also struggling now without Chaos to support. Blade Fury pops in for Rocket, but this will be an entire team kill down here. I don't think Rocket's escaping that. A slow from Drow or even a stun. A charge in fact coming in from Spirit Breaker, so that is that. Full on team kill in that team fight. So it's 21 to 21, and now Riki's the one getting fed. What do we like in terms of items? So Riki already with a Morbid Mask. That's not bad. I'm not always the biggest fan of it, but it can help in those situations. I'm a bigger fan of building Riki with damage and attack speed, to the point where you just never ever have to actually get hit. And Tal is going to fall here at this tower. He cannot defend it by himself. And now the Dire side are finding themselves in a little bit of trouble here. Fortification comes down, but it will not save this tower. It will just hold it out long enough, perhaps, for them to get down and deny. No, that will fall. Bounty Hunter gets the kill. And now the top tower is being pushed down as well. So we're seeing an interesting situation wherein the Dire side was doing really, really well in the early game. But now we're up at the 24-minute mark. They're starting to actually drop behind in terms of kills.
Dire's middle tower is under
Let's
attack.
take a look at the gold graph. Yeah, that's nearly even now. And look at the difference in XP way towards the Radiant. If we look at hero levels, which is E. Oops. There we see Bounty Hunter at 15, Riki at 14. And then Lich at 14. The sniper right now, Maggie, all the way down to 9. And that's going to be a real problem. You really want that sniper doing the damage, and Maggie has been rather shut down in terms of levels. Unfortunately, at this point, with 7 deaths, she's just been out of the game for a very long time at this point. The Venomancer are also in a similar situation, but with those 10 assists, that will have helped him XP-wise. So now this tier 1 tower will fall. Bounty Hunter's going to follow Deku down, but he's going to have to be careful. I don't know if he can one-on-one him at this point in the game, especially if he gets into tower range. Yeah, nice pullback from Bounty Hunter. Guys, apologies if my voice sounds a bit weird. Still have the end of a cold. Finally, Tiny with that Aggers though. Where are you at, Tiny? There we see the tree. So that's going to be real good for him. This bottom lane is now pushed out, mid lane is still about mid, and Bounty Hunter on the top lane gaining some gold and pushing this lane up towards this tier 2. Now Deku's the one taking the hits from Drow. He can't really one-on-one Drow too effectively, but with Sniper coming in, he definitely can. Really nice. Drow goes down, they level the kills at 22 for 22. This is actually a really close game. We do have Sentry Ward now, finally in the centre at least. So they will be able to see him, and as expected, it's Tal who picks up the Sentry Ward. Probably one of the more experienced players. He is the kind of person who makes a lot of mistakes in games, but he generally knows just a little bit more about item builds and the kind of things you can and can't get. He's a very headstrong player. He likes to go in like this. He likes to dive on characters. Unfortunately, it could see him die, and without the Sentry Ward going down, plant one please. No Sentry Ward going down from Tal, so they do not see Riki there. Dire's top tower does fall. That's the tier 2 gone. Heading towards the tier 3 now with Bounty Hunter. Really making some tough decisions here. This tier 3 is already going to start to take some damage. This tier 2 will fall, but it's not worth losing a tier 3 to gain a tier 2. And this is going to start to take a lot of damage, in fact. They just want to keep pushing down mid. And my guess is that this is Tal's idea. Tal, like I say, very much more an aggressive rather than defensive player. He really wants to take this kind of thing down. But that tower's health is falling. We see it's already at 400 health of 1600. And no TPs coming in to help them out. This Veno is low, this Riki is low. But Lich and Sniper are dead. Lich was the only one with the vision capable. So they're going to have to be really careful around this Riki. And that tier 3 is gone. Really poor decision making here by the Dire in not helping it out. Ulti comes out from Maggie, but it's still not going to push this Bounty Hunter away right now. And now he just Shadow Walks. Shadow Walks into the Sniper, and Sniper doesn't have the damage by himself just to take him down. Tiny coming in to help out, but Sniper will not make it all the way back to Fountain. So, real problems now for the Dire side. Despite the fact they're even killed, despite the fact they killed that tier 2, they lost a tier 3 and a tier 3, and they are about to lose that Rax. The Bounty Hunter could actually take it down, but he would die doing it. As it is, it falls anyway to the siege unit. So now we're seeing a situation wherein this top lane is going to start to get almost auto-pushed because of the increased power. Oh, Bounty Hunter does go down to Tiny, and now it looks like they want to push, well, I was going to say mid, but perhaps focusing on bottom instead, push up into this tier 2, start to take this down, and just create some distance here, where they're going to defend this, and also the bottom racks here. This lane is trying to be pushed out now by the Dire side, but there's just so much for them to do. They're all going to have to start carrying TPs, because if they ever want to leave this top lane, they're going to have to be able to get back here really quickly. We have this middle lane being pushed now up to the tier 2. We have the bottom lane being pushed up to the tier 2. So they're going to come here and defend mid. And Rocket is going to take bot by herself. Lich wants to take down that Riki. The Riki blinks in to tower range. Not necessarily a good idea because it does allow them to see him. Frost Blast going down. So long as they can keep him in tower range, they can kill him down or drop a Sentry Ward. 1 or the 2. Yes, Tiny Tiny gets the Riki kill. And now we have a pretty much full team push here. Lich already low on health, because now I realise I can see it there. So that's something I should keep an eye on to know whether or not people are being hit. But a big push coming in on this bottom lane. We are going to see the Dire side move to defend that as well. This is definitely not an unwinnable position. They're just in a tough position with that top lane. That top lane is going to be a point of vulnerability for them from now until the end of time. And by end of time, I mean the end of this game. So Bounty Hunter and Spirit Breaker mid. It looks like they're now just heading for the full team fight. They just want to move as a 5-man team and start taking things down. And I can see that, you know, with the Sentry Wards with Geometry Sight on the Lich, then they really want to be around him. Because it means Bounty Hunter can't follow them almost as a free ward. And it means that Riki's not going to be able to sneak in and start getting those big hits before the attack comes in. Bounty Hunter's going to push this top lane by himself, while the Dire side move up to defend. We're going to see a big strong push in mid if they want it. Spirit Breaker setting an illusion up here just to make sure they're going there. Oh, he goes down to Bounty Hunter. Tal going after him. Nice move coming out there. We've got Frost Blast hitting up. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Can also get a Chain Frost, but it's a long, long way away. So he's looking for another Frost Blast. But Tony actually having to just be careful there. Trying to defend that. So Bounty Hunter will escape, and Lich could have been quite out of position there. But Riki and Drow too far away. And we're seeing Riki up at 10 kills now to 6 deaths. So Riki's kind of a fragile guy. He needs that gold. He needs the items. Drow coming in. Trying to take down the support, but Drow falls, and now Riki will fall. Blade Fury coming in. Maggie. Okay, so Bounty Hunter falls instead. Chaos is still hurt though. Chaos! Ah, watch out for that ward! Ah! So Riki at half health, Chaos at no health. But there are no more heroes here left to continue the push. So the Dire side is again up in kills. It really is just this top lane problem, and now this bottom lane's being pushed by Spirit Breaker. Sees the TPs coming in. In fact, 3, he will start to retreat, and he just charges away. Nice and safe, nice and easy. L'Oreal. So the question is, where are we going now? We've got Yasha coming out. We've got... Okay, Hyperstone. I do recall what that's for. And okay, Will goes down to Riki, not paying enough attention. Warlock cannot be by himself like that. He will just die instantly. Oh, excuse the yawn. Been doing yoga today, been trying to fix my back, and it is actually really tiring. For those interested, I do the YRG Fitness Yoga, hosted by Dallas Page, and it's freaking awesome. So here comes Bounty Hunter again, Tiny with the throwdown. Riki's trying to do the damage. Drow focusing on Lich though, so Lich goes down, and the Gem of True Sight is now in Riki's hands. Oh, sorry, no it's not. Who picked it up? Perhaps just hitting it down instead. Yeah, it looks like they took it out. And that is an entire team kill again for the Radiant side. Of course, Warlock being picked off earlier, but Dire side really in some trouble here. Not used to casting for 30 minutes, 30-minute games without a break. Even if it's just a chance to take a drink. And there's just so much stuff happening. So they're going to go for Roshan now. Spirit Breaker coming in. He's going to take it up. Venomancer Wards for some more health. Riki's going to have to be careful because he will take some damage here. And so he's actually going to use his ability to try and get last the rear hits. And with that heal going down with the Morbid Mask, he will in fact be fine. So Roshan goes down. Who's going to pick up the Aegis though? Do they want it on Spirit Breaker? Do they want it on Drow? Do they want it on Riki? Okay, Venomancer in fact. Venomancer picks up the Aegis because, well, for them to because he's got space for it. Do we have power treads finally being built by Riki? And again, this lane being pushed because of that full team there. And now with no geometry sight, Bounty Hunter can just sit here. 2 hits, kills down Sniper, and then just shadow walks away. What an absolute pain in the arse Bounty Hunter is.
My trigger fingers.
So Maggie forced to buy back into the game to keep this defense in their base. But this is a real problem. Sanjin Yashin now out for Riki. Excuse me, I'm actually just going to pause here to take a drink. So what we're going to do, we are going to switch to directed camera while I take a drink. Okay, so Bounty Hunter falls to Juggernaut. Maggie also throwing out the ulti just to make sure. Man, I wonder how good this directed camera actually is. This is certain. And now Riki's going to push up this mid lane. Okay, it's just going to show me tiny drop of the world. Okay, no, this directed camera is horrendous. I don't know if there's a hotkey for it or not. We have sentry wards going down at these positions just to make sure Riki and Bounty Hunter can't be sneaking in anywhere. So Tal being very, very good along with Deku with those sentry wards. Venomancer now has a Shadow Blade. This late in the game, that's quite a late Shadow Blade. It's normally more of a mid-game item, but I guess with the tier 2 still up, it can still be of use. Not so much use when you actually put them directly into their base because of the amount of vision you're going to get anyway, but we shall have to wait to see how that works out for them. We've got Riki narrowly escaping there. We of course still have the dead Bounty Hunter. Bottom lane being pushed out. Sorry, being pushed up to the tier 2 tower, and it's going to take some extra damage. The creeps will be taken out, but any more damage that tower takes, and the harder it becomes for them to hold it. And once the tier 2s fall, they're in some real trouble because, once again, of this top lane. Here we see Drow now going to push in with it as well. With the mega range creeps. Just doing a ton of extra damage, making sure that lane constantly gets pushed and they push in towards this Rax. And once this Rax falls and you've got mega creeps in that top lane, the same problem will happen, but even worse. It will come in faster and it will be even harder to stop. Rocket here, though, is going to save it up, as it were. And here we go. We're going to have a bunch more creeps come in, but there's only one of the mega range creeps. That's why you always want to focus the melee racks first, the bottom racks. Simply because you have more melee creeps than you have ranged creeps. So it's going to end up doing more for you in that regard. So Lich is starting to fall off in this game with only 5 kills still at this point. This is a bad position for Juggernaut to be in now. Assassinate comes down. Tiny gets the kill on Bounty Hunter, but Juggernaut is down. So Juggernaut and Tiny kind of sat around the same point. How are we doing XP wise? Still massively in favour of the Radiant. Gold is starting to drop a little bit, but it's still quite heavily in favour. So they're going to struggle in the late game as well. Wait, what? Yeah. Yeah, the Dire side... Sorry, my brain just stopped functioning there for a second. So the Dire side are going to struggle in the late game as well, because they're going to be behind money-wise. They're already in this position where this top lane is going to fall, because Drow... Oh! Drow just takes that down so quick. But with Maggie there with the ulti, just going to stop that from happening. Still, we're in a position where they don't really want to team fight the Radiant side. Because you've got these heroes like Riki and Bounty Hunter who can be very, very fragile. So you don't want to get them in where they're taking a lot of damage all at once. You want them to kind of sneak around, pick off kills here and there, push lanes, jungle up, and then, you know, you can do stuff in the late game. They're difficult heroes to play. They're kind of what generally get referred to as steamroll heroes. So Riki now coming in, dropping the silence, charge coming in as well. Tal is charged and stunned. Oh, Golem comes out from the Warlock, but it's too late to save Tal. Tiny now going to move forward. Tiny with so much health. And Tiny could well be the saviour of them in this game, because Tiny has that lane pushing ability with the cleave, that even if they get pushed all the way back to their ancient, Tiny can still move out and win the game by himself. if they're not careful. Oh, he comes in from Juggernaut. Will it be enough to take out Spirit Breaker? Yes, it will. So Spirit Breaker's down. It's over a minute now till he comes back. But Warlock is down as well. Chaos falls to this Riki, and with no Gem of True Sight, with no dust, no sentry wards, they don't know where he is and they can't kill him. Which, as you all know, is a massive, massive pain. Bounty Hunter now going to push the bottom lane up to this tier 2. This needs to be pushed back though. This has been pushed so heavily. Just kind of, hardly by itself. Oh, and Riki goes down, trying to get a kill on Maggie, but Maggie just manages to survive with the support of her team.
Bottom tower is under attack.
Mid lane is finally going to get pushed back. Riki throwing out the lucky, which, yes, it is. Maggie even agreeing.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Maggie always up for a good laugh, always very
Dire's
funny in
bottom
team
tower
games.
has fallen.
And so there goes that tier 2 tower. So now the Dire side with only one tier 2 tower left. Of course the Radiant side also in that situation, but the difference is it's been a long time since the Dire side has been able to really push out by themselves and really push down a lane. Those tower kills went down very early comparatively in this game. We're at the 40-minute mark. And of course they've lost that tier 3 tower on the top lane, which is going to be the real problem. But here comes Deku to save the day. Him and Rocket are going to try and push down this lane, while Chaos and Maggie try and defend. Assault Cuirass coming out for Spirit Breaker is going to have to do even more damage. The Bounty Hunter is here, so Tony just going to have to be careful. Lich, in fact, Bounty Hunter going to try and take down the Lich. Oh, there's so much going on. Venomancer being hit in the middle lane. He's now coming down towards bot, but he's going to walk directly into Tiny if he's not careful. Spirit Breaker charges in. Tau going to get focused down. Tau gets focused down. We get the Tiny now. Tiny with that cleave damage, trying to kill down the Bounty Hunter. Stuns the Spirit Breaker, but Veno's coming in as well. And this is what I'm talking about with Tiny being the hero, as it is. Picks up Venomancer and just smashes him against the floor. Really nice. Finally, it looks like Tiny will be killed, but still doing the damage all the way there with just a bit more support. That could have gone very badly for the Radiant side, as it was. They mostly got away with it, only lost the Venomancer. And really, it's all more about the Riki. The Venomancer with only 3 kills is pretty much now just functioning like a full-on support. Just trying to add a bit of damage, uses wards wisely. And uses abilities whenever there is any kind of numerical advantage in their favour. So that's a big thing for the Radiant. They still don't want a team fight. They still don't want a 5-on-5. Because with that Tiny there, if the Lich stays alive, they can definitely take it down. With Juggernaut's Blade Fury, it can be such a pain. With this Omni Slash, bleh. No Aghanim Scepter, so it's not upgraded. Maggie now waiting out for it. Oh, well, he comes in, but it just knocks down that Dry Ranger. Health far too high, and Maggie's damage is not up to that at this point. Has bought a Claymore, so he's adding 21 pure damage. Currently set to Intelligence. Is Sniper an Intelligence hero? No, he's an Agility hero, so the boots are unfortunately set wrong. That's the kind of thing that happens sometimes, though. Maggie, of all of us, is the newest to the game. Maggie is also one of the newest to our group. Very welcome addition, though. She is.
Dire's middle tower.
Okay, so Dire's middle tower now going to be taking the hits, and that is going to fall almost instantly. Fortification not ready. Riki takes it down. Omni Slash comes in from the Juggernaut. Assassinate coming in from the Sniper, but this Spirit Breaker, it looks like, will escape. The Lich thrown forward by Tiny. The Riki will go down if they can see him. Oh, but Bounty Hunter comes in from behind, takes down the Warlock. Not even the Golem can save him. And with no vision, these two heroes will actually escape, Riki and Bounty Hunter. And in fact, they're going to go in, trying to get that kill up again on Lich. Riki so low on health, but they don't know where he is, and so Bounty Hunter gets to kill the Lich. This is the real problem with these vision characters. It's 38 to 33 now on kills. And we've got a full mid push coming up. We've got that Shadow Blade still up. That's such a strange thing. But I guess adding a third invisible hero is what they wanted to do. If he even uses the active, I've yet to actually see him hit that up. excuse the odd. He does have the 2k gold that he could potentially use. Roshan with the Aegis. Spirit Breaker wants to tank him down. Riki coming in to do some damage as well. And with the healing up, they will be fine. They should be able to tank this down and kill it very, very easily. Drow's just spotting for damage. Bounty Hunter's hiding up here. Making sure they're all up here and not down in the lane. Riki this time picks up the Aegis. Really good idea, since he will respawn and immediately be invisible. And without a gem of true sight, what are we seeing? Yep, they're going to struggle with that. Bounty Hunter now just coming and getting some building kills, getting some extra gold there. And now Warlock is going to help to clear that up. Where is Lich? Lich does not have a gem, he doesn't have dust, he doesn't have sentry wards. And this is still a big, big problem for the Dire side. That they just cannot get vision on these Invis heroes, this Bounty Hunter and this Riki. The top lane is once again being pushed out by Tiny, but he keeps having to come down and help out. Omnislash comes in from Juggernaut, but it's going to get mostly caught on creep. Assassinate comes down there, and we get a Drow, also with a Shadow Blade. So every hero of theirs actually able to go invis, apart from Spirit Breaker. Riki tries to do some damage, and now actually has enough life to tank that up a little bit. Between the Vlads, the Vanguard, and the Sandra Nyasha. And giving that extra strength. So we're looking towards a 5-on-5 now. Bounty Hunter's still moving about, but he's going to walk into these sentry wards, and now Chaos should be able to target him. He does. Trying to get down that sniper anyway. Sniper does fall, and now Bounty Hunter's going to escape. Really bad. Could have done with a stun much, much earlier there from the Dire side, but not a great deal of the way of stuns coming out of them. And now Riki's the one walking into sentry ward range. Gets slowed, but does escape. Spirit Breaker comes in with the charge. Going to hit up that Lich just inside tower range, but it does not matter. He can absolutely dive after Lich. So much in terms of damage and armor now. Tiny takes down the Drow Ranger, and now the Spirit Breaker will, could well be the next to fall. He has to pop that BKB. Riki, go down! Oh, I wanted to kill that Riki so badly. That Riki is actually going to escape. Not enough movement speed. Oh, so painful to see a Riki escape like that. 40 kills to 34 now. The Radiant side did lose a lot of health there, but only really lost the Drow. So once again, these lanes are starting to get, this top lane's starting to get pushed. Now the only thing is that the Radiant haven't really gained any ground after that. The Dire side is starting to stabilise somewhat. You know, Tiny is now up over Bounty Hunter with 2 less deaths. Although with an extra 8 assists, as long as Bounty Hunter was buying up his items, he'll be fine. He's still theoretically ahead. Riki is once again going to walk into a sentry ward and finally die. Aegis, of course, but they will just wait around him. Hopefully hit a stun on him. Omnislash goes down. We have an assassinate and dead. Tiny comes in from the south, takes him down. Riki's gone. So Riki now, no buyback ability. Spent his money on a quarterstaff instead. And now we've got Deku pushing lanes all by himself again. Because, you know, what the hell, he's Deku, he can do that. He doesn't have to worry about Riki. Riki is not going to kill him by himself. Riki's going to need help. And of course, Riki's not even there. Bounty Hunter, much the same. So, these, we've got 4 pushing on the top lane. Sorry. We've got 4 pushing on the top lane. We've got Tiny coming down to push out this bottom lane. We've got Sanjay Nyasha up on the Bounty Hunter. And a Radiant. So he's really, really wanted to hit up that damage. Dang. All the way back at this point, you see a Radiant and a Sanjay Nyasha. So adding the plus 60 damage and of course the burn damage. He really wants to be able to take down these heroes. And really, buying the Radiance will help them out in team fights with that burn aura going on. So we've got ourselves a team fight in the bottom lane here. Fortification comes out, but that tier 2 will fall. Nicely done there by the Dire side. Now Bounty Hunter going to come in. Bounty Hunter with a ton of damage, but I don't know if he wants to do this by himself. Blade Fury comes out for Juggernaut, and now that Venom's getting targeted. So the Venom has to pop the Shadow Blade and walk away. Talon will go down though. No vision there on the Bounty Hunter, so slight problem there. here comes the golem now. So Bounty Hunter going to be forced away here. He cannot stay and fight that. Riki is going to try and take this down. Bounty Hunter comes in to finish the job. And Bounty manages to pop a Shadow Walk and get away. Really painful there. They did get that tier 2, but they lost 4 heroes. They lost every last member of that lane push. So now neither team with a tier 2 tower left, but still all tier 3s up for the Radiant side. And Tiny wanted to be careful here because he doesn't know how far away the rest of the Radiant team is. Charge comes in from Spirit Breaker. And now we're going to see the rest of the team come in and try and focus down this Tiny. They want Deku dead. They want him dead now, and it's going to happen. I do not foresee him getting away from this. Juggernaut forced to buy back to try and come down and save this tower now. Gem of True Sight drops as well. Riki either going to pick it up or kill it. As it is, I think they just target it down. So once again we have this problem with the Dire side where they're forced back into defending. The one time they tried to push, they got a tower but they lost every single hero off the back of it. Omni Slash coming in from the Juggernaut means Venomancer goes down and now he wants to focus out both of these heroes. Assassinate coming in as well. Frost Blast takes down Spirit Breaker. Riki will also fall here and Rocket stays up, so that's really nice from the Dire side. Good kill there. Bounty Hunter here on just over half health. Need to be careful walking into tower range, but with that Radiance, with the burn damage, we'll get some kind of cleave damage. And Tal goes down. He's not able to stay up. But oh, he comes down from Sniper and Bounty Hunter's unstoppable streak is gone. So that's 2 kills to 4 in favour of the Dire. They're going to start to claw this back now. What do our graphs look like? Okay, when I say start to claw this back, it's already over 20,000 XP going the way of the Radiant. And over 12k gold, in fact probably near a 13, 14k gold in favour still of that Radiant side. So it's going to be a long way back for the Dire if indeed they are able to come back. Of course we still have the problem with the top lane being pushed. This barracks going to start to take damage and well there's a lot of creeps here. It's going to take a lot of damage very very quickly. Might even be worth a dive later on from someone like Spirit Breaker if you know their team is pulled out the well, perhaps a Bounty Hunter, and just focus it down so that top lane continues to be pushed. Drow's got the illusion rune, but otherwise they're still just waiting for the heroes to come back. Daedalus comes up from Drow now, out of Secret Shop, drops the magic wand, no longer useful to her. Obviously you want to keep that space free for a TP. And now just goes in on Lich with the illusions and that Daedalus. Ton of damage coming out. Maggie cannot stand against that by herself. Tiny comes in but he's focused on illusion. There's 2 more illusions come down. But he knows what one's real. Here it goes. This Drow is dead. Come on, what you got, Tiny? What you got? Oh no. Pops the Shadow Blade and gets away. Lucky, lucky Drow. Spirit Breaker looking to come in now, try and do some damage, but there's not much he can really do by himself up at this tower. He's going to have to be careful. Sentry wards everywhere, keeping watch for them. Now though, 9 kills ahead, nearly 10. Tiny's going to move in here. Oh, Spirit Breaker going to charge in on the Chaos and the Rocket. They want to take them down. Trying to focus on the Rocket. They know Chaos is only support, but Chaos falls anyway because just Riki. Riki now wants to focus on the Juggernaut and he's going to get him if he wants him. The question is how far does he want to go? No, okay, he pauses for a bit too long there perhaps. Rocket though tries to take him down and now with the Omni Slash. So Spirit Breaker sadly falling to Tiny and now Riki will die but so will Rocket. So 4 kills in exchange for 1 means it's now 11 kills in favour of the Radiant side. That gold and that XP is just going to keep climbing. Maggie here up against the Spirit Breaker by herself is not where you want to be. She does have the Shadow Blade for the invis, but once she attacks that's going to disappear. Stun though and gets away. Charges just in the creep and oh Lich! Tal taken down with that Frost Blast, taking down the Spirit Breaker. Venomancer forced to escape with the Shadow Blade as well. But these lanes are pushed. This tier 3 is taking damage. This mid-rack is going to take damage.
Is under attack.
This lane is heading for this tier 3. The fact is the dire side are just absolutely hemmed into their base at this point. They can't move out. They don't have access to secret shop. They don't have access to money. It's a real tough time now to be on the dire side. So what more will we see come out of this? How much longer can they hold before the numbers just get too big for them, before the gold and the XP get too big for them? So, okay, the golem comes down now, and it's in fact a double golem because of Aghanim Scepter. Oh, he comes down from Sniper. Tallow dropping a sentry ward, just making sure there's no bounty hunter there. And of course, Riki back now, so could also become a factor. And with Venno and Drow with the Shadow Walk, they also need to drop their sentries so they can't escape. Butterfly purchased up my bounty hunter now. That's a 6k item, so he's going to do a million of damage. Look at this Butterfly. Plus 30 agi, plus 30 damage, 35 evasion percent that is, and 30 attack speed. So this bounty hunter will continue to be a force in this game. Really going to start to be able to damage even Tiny down, and Tiny, as we all know, has a million health. He's going to try it here, doesn't get a kill though. Juggernaut takes him down. Even with a Butterfly, you cannot be 1v5 in, my friend. Radiance does combine with the Butterfly very well, I will say that, but Bounty Hunter, not the man to go 1v5. If indeed there is such a hero. So the mid lane's pushed out. We have Riki just building up some cash. Perhaps also going to head. There's a ton of ways you could head actually. I still haven't landed my axe up. So now Riki wants to attack this Tiny. That's actually not the best of ideas, because this Tiny is really strong and does have the support of more and more heroes coming in. So trying to focus down. Pick up, slam, sentry wards down. He will not escape. There we go. Riki falls. Venomenter came up to save him, but now he pops the Shadow Blade to get away. So again, lane's being pushed for the Radiant side. Tiny's now really the one hero. Deku with those 12 kills. Take death, probably around the same as Juggernaut with 11 and 7. Lich is starting to fall behind even more.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
So this tier 3 also now taking some damage. Remember guys, this tier 3 will fall. Even with the fortification, it's going to be hard for them to actually save it. This Drow can target it down really quickly. So it's going to come in and try and do it, but no, the tier 3 does fall. So this all comes from the decision to continue that push, to be aggressive, and then lose this tier 3 tower and top racks. That's where all this has come from, that pushed the Dire way back. And ever since then, they've been fighting essentially a rearguard action. They've been trying to survive, trying to defend, and still somehow managed to push. And it's not working out for them. They've only killed that tier 2 tower, and now they've lost a second tier 3. So now they want to use the courier to go to secret shop. Energy booster. I'm trying to think what that's used other than arcane boots, but everyone now has their boots, so you're just going to see where this energy booster gets dropped. It must be liches, it must be Tals. Got a bounty hunter moving towards the top, but again he's by himself, so can't go in. Spirit Breaker wants to do Roshan again. With Venomancer there, he's more than capable of doing it. So Roshan will fall, but Bounty Hunter needs to be careful. He's again going to focus down on Maggie. With the Butterfly plus Radiance, she will fall, but then so will Bounty Hunter. So Bounty Hunter goes down, Roshan out half health. And the entire Dire team up here, they're not going to get down here in time to stop this. No way, no how, even if they suspect it is happening. And Roshan falls. And Spirit Breaker picks up the Radiance. Will anyone get cheese? Or will they just take it down? He's got no space for it. He'd have to drop the Morbid Mask, and I'm not sure he wants to do that. So Then I'm going to pick up the cheese. And Riki now with a butterfly, so going to add more damage. Nope, can't forget what thing I wanted. Let's look at their net worth. Yeah, okay, that's a good thing actually to look at. So net worth is still actually pretty much in favour of the bounty hunter and the juggernaut, but then it's 3 radiant heroes before we go all the way down. And like I said, Lich was falling behind. Falling behind. Only 8k worth of items on him, whereas we have 24k worth of items up on that bounty hunter. Of course, some of it's been wards, but still. You've got to be careful about this. Riki now really with the kills. Now he's added the butterfly. He's going to be even harder to defend against. This tier 3 is heavily damaged and will fall here if they really want to push it. If they want to dive it down, they don't. So it stays up for now. But again, it's just going to become more and more of a problem as time goes on. This Rax is still close to falling. It's by itself, but we're getting another team fight here. Tony leading the charge, as it were. So Venomancer falls to Tiny, then Drow Ranger falls, then Riki falls. 3 kills in quick succession. Spirit Breaker with the Aegis, he'll fall again. He's trying to get down Tiny, but Maggie with the ulti. Now this is nice. This is nice. Now you have to push a lane, push a lane. You've got 4 of their heroes dead, and dead for over a minute. Let's look at them. No gold. Maybe. No gold, no gold. No buybacks. No buybacks at all there. So there's only the bounty hunter in bottom lane. So you just push down the lane. They want to try and push this top lane out. Which they're going to have to do because they're just going to worry about this. If they still had both the racks up, they wouldn't have to worry about it. They could have pushed mid. And gone really fast and probably even taken down this tier 3. As it is, they're going to have to push down the top, and I don't know if they've got enough time to actually hit the tower first. They're going to have to get another good team fight off. And that's where things are going to start to get difficult. Bounty Hunter now picking up the BKB for the magic community. That'll help him up when he gets caught in those bad situations. Now, Juggernaut leading the charge here. Where is Tiny? Tiny's off by himself. Tiny was down here with this. Then they'd have probably been able to reach this and kill this tier 3 tower. As it is, Riki, Veno, Drow will be back. Spirit Breaker wipe, with the fortification they should have enough time to clear up the creep and then be able to fight these heroes down. Oh, he goes down on Bounty Hunter, but he survives. Tiny though, pushing this lane all by himself. And this is what I was talking about with Tiny earlier. He's just a lane pushing force all by himself. So now the Radiants are trying to defend up this tier 3 and this tier 3 at the same time. So, and Deku has just switched over. Okay, Bounty Hunter goes in, pops everything he can think of. He wants that Tiny dead. Tiny dead. Tiny goes down to the Drow Ranger, but the Bounty Hunter falls. The Drow Ranger falls. The Venomancer falls. Riki now. Riki goes down. There is only Spirit Breaker left to protect this tier 3. Warlock goes in with the 2 golems to tank up Rocket Giant. The Dire side pushing in. Tal is on his way back, so it's only Tiny that stays down for them. And we don't have any buybacks available from these heroes at all, so it's only the Spirit Breaker left. The tier 3 falls. Necronomicon purchased up by the Warlock. And we're going to see this. Okay, Spirit Breaker charges in. Heads right the way through into Maggie. Maggie will go down. But Blade Fury comes in from Juggernaut. Oh, man. The Spirit Breaker is so tanked up, though. But with Lich coming in, Frost Blast should take him down. There he goes. So now the melee barracks is gone, and the ranged barracks will soon fall. We have a full team kill. They are all dead, and it looks like the Dire side are actually going to push in and win this. GG already popping out from the Venomancer. Lich wants to take this tower down, whereas Rocket just going to push into the final tiers, the tier 4s.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Tier 4 tower goes down. There's only one more. You can actually focus that down. Here comes Veno. Shadow blading out, but I mean that's just going to get focused down. Venom doesn't have that kind of power, and with that down now, it's just a matter of time before the Ancient falls. I cannot believe the Dire have managed to do this. Look at these kills, it's 55 to 54. Spirit Breaker with the BM. Oh, ho, ho, ho. That is so BM. That is a man who is angry that they have lost. Maggie is just having fun. Melee barracks in mid has fallen, and the range barracks is also close to falling as well. So the Dire side have been pushed out. The game's not over just yet, despite the premature GG from Venomancer, and despite Spirit Breaker whining like a child. Oh, Chaos falls as well, and now they're going to have to be careful. We do potentially have buybacks available. I don't know how to check whether they're on cooldown or not. But they're still going to be careful because they've only got the one tier 3, and now with Maggie falling to Riki. Chaos is here. He's picked up his Necronomicon, so he's able to summon. And Tiny does not want to die here. Riki though, Riki jumps forward, takes him down. The tier 3 could well fall. No. Drow Ranger goes down. Chaos though 2 will fall. Bounty Hunter will potentially fall. The Golem is going to go after him, but too slowly. So the Bounty Hunter survives. Riki now wants to focus on this tower. Riki does not get away, however. And the Veno will fall as well. Oh man, this barracks could potentially fall to the Bounty Hunter. Tal now throws out the GG. So we have a hero from both sides throwing out the GG at this point. This is insane. I really thought Dire had done it with that push. They cleared out the top lane. They almost cleared out the mid lane. They cleared out the tier 4s. But they went down and now they're struggling. There's no buybacks. There are only these tier 4 towers protecting them here. And a very, very low health tier 3. Oh, I mean... they'll still be fine in each lane actually, because this top lane will now be equal because of the mega creep situation. This lane will have the advantage because of the mega melee creeps, and this lane has already been pushed. And as we see, the racks are still up. So I think that's definitely a premature GG from Tal. I think they can definitely do this. I mean, if they were able to get that kind of push from behind, they should easily be able to get that kind of push going forward as well. So here come some more creeps. Now kind of just camping up. Wait until everyone's together. Tiny's back. Decent items on Tiny. Chaos is pretty much ready. Nice Bloodstone back from Tal. And of course here is what we are talking about. Aggers, Butterfly, Battle Fury, Vlad, and Sanjin Yasha. Where are you, Tal? Yeah. So it looks like a strong mid push now coming in. It's what I'd like to see. Just push down that mid, take down that last rack. So I don't think they have to worry too much about this at the moment.
Twice the ice.
I'd rather have seen them continue to push down here. But it looks like they want to go top again. Double damage rune activated by the Lich. They're going to come in from here. Take down a creep wave as it comes up if they want it. I just don't want them to split up. When they split up, they're going to start to get picked off again. And at this stage of the game, it's so long before you come back. There's a problem. Bounty Hunter's going to push into this rack. Pops his BKB. And with that magic community, well, there's nothing Tal can do. He's just going to get back to his fountain. TP coming back in. Will he make it? No! Tal goes down over a minute now before he gets back. Oh, he comes out from the sniper, but far too late. So now she also has to run in there. TP dropped on the floor. I assume just earlier just to make space. Tiny comes in now. Stuns, pick up, drop, bam! Bounty Hunter's gone though. Bounty Hunter with the buyback.
It just got personal.
And we've got Veno coming up here. Spirit Breaker's charging in. Rocket wants to get back. In range at least of the creep, but with just herself there. She's going to need some assistance. Maggie though with the ulti, but the ulti's not enough. Pops his blade mail. So Juggernaut actually managing to do damage to himself. BKB's up, but this Spirit Breaker will fall. So really well done there. And now they can push down and take this Venomancer out. Tiny's back. Warlock is here. But of course this mid lane is pushed up now, so they need to be wary of it. I wouldn't mind seeing Tiny push mid lane and the rest of them push down bottom, and then I'll hook up again like we saw before. Only 10 seconds until the Lich is back. Bounty Hunter just trying to clear up some of this creep, but he's going to have to be careful with Rocket there. Because we no space for gems and the likes, and they're really just relying on these attacks and sentry wards. Oh, will he go down? No. Nope. Just able to get away there is Bounty Hunter. Riki just doing some extra jungling, trying to get up a few more items. I mean, what else does he need? I mean, yeah, he needs to get up his BKB. I thought he'd already bought that. I guess not.
Invisibility.
BKB, of course, going to be handy for in the Magic community. And here we're seeing the strong mid push again. 62 kills to 59. We are at 70 minutes in this game, guys. SB is still not back. Veno is TPing to one of his wards. TPing all the way back to Fountain, in fact. Never mind. And this barracks is going to fall now. Range barracks falls in mid. Okay, nice fortification, but I don't think they'll save it. Here comes Dross. Veno goes down very, very quickly to that army slash. Now with no towers here, that's a real problem. They can chase them all the way back to Fountain if they want. Riki pops the BKB. Maggie's going to go down to Drow Ranger, but the barracks has fallen.
Radiant's Ancient is under attack.
And now the Ancient is starting to take some damage. Spirit Breaker's fighting Tiny, but it's going to give him time for Lich and Juggernaut to get over there. So Bounty Hunter has to come in and start doing the damage. Tiny will not get away. Lich, it looks like third full here. God damn, but there's so much creep here now. Oh, Juggernaut trying to escape.
Will be night for all soon enough.
BKB's already popped. So, sorry BKB. I was looking at totally wrong thing. Phase boots rather already popped. Needs to phase again. Phases, but no, not enough to get away. So now they're left with just a Warlock. Oh, nice buyback from Juggernaut there to stop this mid push. Man, what an insane game. Whew. So now this tier 3 is starting to be pushed again with Riki and Bounty Hunter. Spirit Breaker coming up to join them. Chaos drops his ulti. So that Spirit Breaker needs to get the hell out of there. Because with Aggers and the double... Look at these. They are some scary things. That Warlock ulti, man. So Rocket going to come in and try and finish off Riki. Even with a life steal, Riki can't stay up. Ulti comes down on Bounty Hunter. Bounty Hunter very nearly dead. Has to escape from there. And the dire side hold yet again. Healing ward is down. Oh, moves in range of the sentry ward. Needs to be careful here. So this time it's Tiny who's fallen behind in the kills. 13 kills, but only 13 for Spirit Breaker as well. Both of them really the tanks of their size. This Juggernaut now has become almost a de facto tank with just the amount of lifesteal he has, with the health, with the Blade Fury, and of course with that Butterfly able to deal damage very, very quickly. They're going to push down this lane. What's there to stop them? Riki's still dead, Venomancer's here, but of course they're essential wards, so they know he's there. They're going to push back. Drow's trying to come in from behind, but Drow's going to get Omni Slash to death along with the sniper ulti. So Maggie being focused again by the Bounty Hunter. Does not get him this time. And now I think we are at GG. Venomancer actually just getting beaten up by creeps at this point. The Ancient taking some damage as well. There's only Venomancer and Spirit Breaker left to save them, and Spirit Breaker cannot even go one-on-one with Juggernaut. So, we are looking at the end of the game. Unless there are some buybacks available, this is 100% it. Okay, buyback from Bounty Hunter. Maybe they've got a chance. Maybe they've got a chance, but the Spirit Breaker will go down anyway. Blade Mail has already popped, so this Bounty Hunter kind of has to do it by himself, and Tiny's here now. So fight going around the Ancient. Lich is thrown on top of Tiny. This Venomancer cannot actually take any hits. So now the Bounty Hunter going to take a lot of damage. Riki coming in to help as well. Tal goes down. So this game's still not over. They still managed to just about defend. Tiny's here by himself. And he's just going to pop a stun and try and get away. And because the creep are damaging the Ancient, they can't really chase him down properly. Vano, what are you doing? You cannot chase anyone down. Vano, so far, like 3 kills, 12 deaths. I mean, 27 assists, but he's just going to be so behind in terms of money. So, Warlock does fall to Bounty Hunter. Lich is still dead, but Juggernaut pumps that Blade Fury. Riki is going to die even with a BKB up. Gonna have to be very, very careful. We're now down to almost half health here. Venomancer falls. Bounty Hunter's miles away. Bounty Hunter's just trying to go for a quick kill himself. And the fountain falls. GG comes out. Horrible BM from Spirit Breaker. Incredible game there from the Sarcasm Gaming Alliance there. A couple of members of TWSS and a couple of members of Sarcasm Gaming. Congratulations to the lot of them. 74.5-minute game. The longest game they or even I have ever played. Or watched in this case. So guys, that is it. That is me talking for over an hour. Thank you very much for watching. We are sarcasmgaming.com. Don't forget to check us out. And check us out on Facebook as well. Facebook.com /groups/sarcasmgaming. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll be back in the future with more StarCraft 2 community casts, because that's the stuff you really want to see.